all, you know that GELTA, Global Environmental Leadership Training Association, is a great project of Global Education Network. And you know that GELTA is very excellent project. Dear Corina, can you unmute yourself? Please, you can write in WhatsApp, please. Write in your WhatsApp. Okay. Just okay. Thanks. Okay, I have made co-host to you in second device. Okay, you can now unmute yourself and you can.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, you will see me on another device and will hear me from another one. I'm very sorry for that. I don't know what is the problem with my computer sound. Something, maybe my son is working and he makes some settings. Anyway, thank you, Mohiuddin. I don't know if Alice Durgarian from Armenia is joining us. Alice, are you with us? Maybe not yet. Anyway, I can see here one of our speakers. Okay. Mr. Naveen Gupta. And as I can see him here, I will start with him. But before that, Mohiuddin said that GELTA is a great program. Let me remind you, maybe some of you were present in our last sessions. Maybe some of you hear about GELTA. Let me remind you what GELTA means. So GELTA stands for Global Environmental Leadership Training Association. We started this project on 15th of October 2022. So you see, we have one year already. And at the start, we said like that. Our idea was we must go for zero tolerance for ignorance because education is the answer. So we decided to take and to implement a worldwide project through which we work together, students, teachers, educators, volunteers, and other stakeholders to bring more knowledge and awareness to the real problems of 21st century and trying together to make this planet a better place where we can live decently in peace and harmony. In this sense, I propose the following plan. The virtual sessions will take place. At the start, there was once in a week. Now we will go on with once in a month. And each month there will be 3 or 4 trainers who will address on the same topic from their own perspective. As you know, the topic of today is how the world will look after 15 years. The topic was proposed by Dr. Naveen, present here today with us. At the end of each session, students and another educators who are involved as attendees will have the chance to interact with our trainers. They can ask questions and they also can express their point of view on the topic presented. Each meeting will last for 1.5 hours. us following 10-15 minutes for each presentation, for each international speaker. And 30 minutes will be there for interaction with students, with another educators, with another attendees in our session. So welcome all of you. I hope you will stay close to us because we will not stop here. After a break, we are back, and in the future we will come up with different topics, and we also hope you can also to suggest us whatever your interest is. So most welcome to all of you, and welcome to my dear friend and colleague and partner, Dr. Naveen Gupta from India. Over to you, Dr. Naveen.
Thank you so much, Corina, for designing and for taking an initiative to make this GELTA as a wonderful success for the last 1 year. And it was my birthday when we launched this program, you remember? If you remember, that was my birthday on which we launched this program. And so up now there are two perspectives in this. One, wherein we are talking about the how we see the world in the next 15 years. So in the way of artificial intelligence, so many things are into the mind now, means how we see the world in next 15 years. So when I say this, there are two aspects of this. We see the world as a normal way, or we see the world of education in the next 15 years. So first I'll talk what will be the challenges and what will be the roles in the next 15 years in which sector, as the artificial intelligence is taking care of all the things, generative AI. Last session we have done with the tools in education sector of AI. And the next session we'll do soon. Next week we'll do another session, AI in education. Now the future possibilities, technological integration. The first aspect will be the technological integration. So that is a daily lives. Yeah, it means we are using except deeper integration into our daily lives. This can be our achievement with sophisticated automation and increased connectivity through the Internet of Things. Means we will be connected all the devices through our internet, and we can control everything from the mobile phone. So that is what an automation, that is again the next 15 years. We will see everything is connected through our devices. Now, the challenge is energy. So we'll get renewable energy like water conservation we are talking about. So the stronger first focus is on sustainability. SDG goal, UN is talking about SDG goals. They have proposed something. So that we need to see the world is significant strides for renewable sources like solar, wind, and hydropower, aiming to combat the climate change. We need to save our climate as well. Healthcare revolution will be there in the next 15 years. That includes the personalized medicine. Means right now, when we go to the doctor, they write some medicine. So we'll get a personalized medicine, greater accessibility to healthcare services through telemedicine, breakthrough in the treatment for diseases like cancer and Alzheimer. So that will be the next 15 years. Urban development. Cities could evolve into a smarter cities, more efficient spaces, incorporating green infrastructure, better public transportation, innovative architectural design to accommodate the growing population, as India is the most populated country of the world. So we'll make sure that everybody will be accommodated in this space only. So that's the next year, 15 years. Space exploration, as India is already reached to the moon. We have the first country to launch our rover to the moon. So that is again, that might be significant development with a mission Mars, further exploration, solar system more feasible. Cultural shift, like here we are setting this, the complete globe gen is means we can say as this is given by the COVID. So that's a better place wherein we are sharing. So that same challenges as well as some exploration in the new way of learning. So cultural shift will be there wherein we are discussing our cultures. There is a one project of a GELTA wherein we discuss the cultural diversity, diversify of different countries. So that is what education transformation will be there. So I'll take care of this point and I'll share some presentation on this, how the shift over the education, artificial intelligence plus ethics. We need to talk about the ethics of the AI, like deepfake. This is the major challenge of the world wherein deepfake videos are created by the people and sharing on the internet platforms. So that is a challenge. So we need to teach people the ethics. Like in a normal life, we have some ethics, how to communicate, how to respect others. Similarly, in the digital world, we too should have an ethics. So that is again the challenge, and that is possible by the us that we can do. Economic shift. Now we need to see the under transformation driven by the technological advancement, climate change, adaptation, and geopolitical shifts. So all these are the next 15 years. Now, as we are here as educators, let's discuss what will happen in the education sector. What different kind of things will happen in the education sector. For that, I'm going to share my screen. So this is the whole program which we are discussing right now, which is called as a GELTA, how we see the education sector in next 15 years. Exploring the trends and advancement will shape the education in next 15 years. The next phase will be the personalized learning. Like right now, we go to the class, we teach them. We don't understand whether the student understood the concept or not. As a teacher, it's a major problem with us that a class of 20 students or class of 40 students in a period of 35 minutes or 30 minutes, we cannot get a personalized. We cannot understand what are the learning gaps. So that personalized learning will be there in the next 15 years. Tailored education plan for individual student means whatever the requirement of the student, we are going to give them only, and that can be done with AI and adaptive learning and different types of learners. We are talking about inclusive education. We are talking about different types of education, different learning aspects. So that all will be learned using the personalized learning. Now, technology will play an important role. How technology will play an important? Use of immersive technology, interactive and experiential learning. We are always talking the student should do. Like I always give an example wherein if you go to any place of any of the part of the world, there are certain people who knows about that place and they never studied a formal education, but they can speak any language. Like Corina visited to Taj Mahal, she must get some guide, wherein the guide was speaking into Romanian in a very beautiful way. And he's not got any, that's called experiential learning. He has done a work and he has learned. And the next will be the virtual reality and the augmented reality. So people can, like we are teaching heart, and if the student can see the heart inside portion of the heart, so that is possible through a virtual reality. So that all learning aspect will be there in the next 15 years. Remote and hybrid learning. We are here. We are learning from each other through a hybrid way. We can share this presentation with this.
Hello, dear Naveen. Please sorry for disturb. I think background sound has come from your side. This
No one is there from my side. I'm just using this. No one is there. Somebody else mic is there, I think so.
Okay.
So remote and hybrid. Someone else mic is there. So when I say remote and hybrid learning, continuing expansion of remote and hybrid learning, access of education anytime, anywhere, means any person can learn the education anytime, and connectivity and engagement tools, like we use so many tools to make student engagement. So that is the next future of education. Now, skill education, skill centric, means people should get what they are. For example, a class of 40 students, everybody will not become an engineer. There will be some doctor, there will be some lawyers, there will be some. So we never understood in this environment what is the interest of the student. So skill-centric education will be the future, wherein student will go to the dance class to learn the dance. So preparing student job market, because today we are not aware of next 15 years what job will exist, what will not exist after the artificial intelligence. Emphasize on developing skill along with academic subjects. Skill is required. Critical thinking, rather than only teaching them, we need to talk about critical and solving and emotional intelligence. We have to, at the same time, when we are teaching, we have to understand the emotional intelligence of a student. We have to have an empathy towards the students. Global collaboration, it's the biggest example is Gen R, wherein we have a people connected from 100+ countries, and we do sessions for each other. So that is what the beauty of the next 15 years, it will be more of like this. So enhance cross-cultural collaboration, global exchange programs, fostering globally aware generation. So people will be like, Indian people will know more about Romania. People will from India will know about more about Bangladesh, from Switzerland. So we have a platforms wherein people are connecting to each other. Now, adaptation of AI, robotics will be there, and preparing students for the future jobs, which never exist, which is not existing right now. So that will impact them. Lifelong learner, it's not just given a lesson, and that the student should be lifelong learners. And continuously upskilling and reskilling should be there. Navigating evolving job roles and industries. So that now, at the same time, when we talk about all these things, we need to tell them the environmental and social education. Socially responsibility in the core curriculum, integration of sustainability and environmental awareness, addressing the pressing global challenges. So that all we have to do in the next 15 years. Flexible, innovating in credential certification, move away traditional degrees, flexibility. It means they can learn from anywhere. Credential by the recognized means the student will get some certificates which will be recognized, rather than getting a degree of BA or some kind of official degree. They can get a certificate and they get credential for that. Teacher role, what will be the teacher role transformation? What will be the teacher roles in transformation? Teacher roles will be evolution of the role of education, supporting diverse learning experience from content deliveries to facilitator, mentors, and a guide. So teacher role will be more, rather than teaching in the class, their role will be as a mentor, as a guide, which we have to do. Thank you. And thank you all for listening me from the last, I think, 15-16 minutes. And you are feel free to ask any question in the chat window. I'm happy to answer. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you too, Dr. Naveen Gupta. Very nice, and really on the right way, I can say, because yes, we don't know what kind of jobs will be tomorrow, so we have to prepare our students for from the perspective of emotional intelligence more than knowledge, academic knowledge. Artificial intelligence is taking a big place nowadays. We are afraid that in the future robots can replace us. Are you afraid about? Don't be, because no robot can work together without the human who is behind. So a really wonderful speech, wonderful presentation. Thank you so much for this. We will take the questions at the end of the program. And now let me go further with our next speaker, who is present today for a moment, because the ladies are late, but you have to consider a lady can, you should wait 15 minutes, yes? So welcome Mokolvane Erik from South Africa. It's very nice to see you after a long, long time. I don't know where you were, not with us.
Yes,
Hello and welcome from.
thank you so much, Corina. I really want to. Am I visible? Am I audible?
You are audible, yes.
Yes.
Just let me put you on the screen.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Well, thank you so much, Corina. Thank you so much, Muidin. Thank you so much, everyone who is always making sure that this platform equipped ourselves and people around us. I just want to take this opportunity to say congratulations for always making sure that global educators are well-resourced and are adaptable to change that is taking place every time. And I'm quite certain that this will bring about the better world that we wish to see, especially our topic this session, which is how we see the world in the next 15 years. My name is Mokolwane Erik from Panama Village in Sekhukhune East District, Limpopo Province, South Africa. I'm an educator and wish to see educators improving as well. Now, moving on to our topic this session, how we see the world in the next 15 years. This topic is of utmost importance because it is futuristic. It is how we are trying to perceive and project the world in the next 15 years. Now, I will look specifically because we can talk about many things that we wish to, but I chose only to look at specific items of how the world will be in the next 15 years. I'll be looking at projection of how the internet will change the world in 15 years from now. I'll also look at projection of how robots will change of artificial intelligence. I'll also bring about the result of robotization and look at the impact of robotization on regional inequalities that will be the effect of robots. I'll also be looking at transformative role of teachers, how teachers will be in the next 15 years. And I'll also look at the projection of teacher shortages. Here, this one is very strategic because I was at UNESCO headquarters shortly this month, and I'm going to bring about what UNESCO is saying about shortages of teachers, especially in the next 10 years, prior to 2030 and hereafter. And I'll also bring about conclusion as well. Now, looking at how the internet will change the world, I have really looked at this from the angle of how the internet will help us to connect with each other, with one another. So in other words, in the next 15 years, the connection or global collaboration, global connection will be optimized, will be enhanced, and teachers elsewhere in the world will be able to connect with one another. And I also looked at the internet that will bring about the possibilities or better possibilities in education. So it means education will be enhanced through the use of technology. I have also looked at the internet through ICT integration, which will be much more enhanced. Look at how technology is improving every year. So you can imagine that in the next 15 years, our technology will be far much better than it is today. And now, I have also projected the use of the internet, which will also make us to be able to become creative. So we can be able to create with ICT. And I've also looked at the internet that in the next 15 years, it will enhance us to make sure that we interact with one another. We reach out, and we will also try and bring about a digital divide. However, with the internet and technology, we should always be aware that the digital divide will always be there, that the digital divide will continue in certain sectors, in certain regions within the world. Now, let me look at how robots will change the world in 15 years from now. Remember that through the use of artificial intelligence, there will be an increase or decrease in total productivity, which will be a result of either fewer or more robots into industrial practices. So we are not sure whether robots in the future, in the next 15 years, will be more or will be fewer, whether they will increase productivity or they will decrease activity. So we are in this regard, trying to be futuristic. Now, there'll be a rise or either a fall in business investment through these robots as a result of capturing different levels of expenditure on industrial robots. Now, there will be a shock to employment because fewer or more workers may be required under the high or either low scenarios. Now, another one which will have a negative or either positive effect within industrialization is automation, which is self-service, the use of self-service machine, which will make countries globally competitive, yes. But in other countries, well, it will bring catastrophe or economic catastrophe. Now, it will and perpetuate the existing inequalities that are taking place in the world. Now, let me project the result of robotization in the next 15 years. Yes, there will be economic gains, but there will also be rising challenges whereby people will lose jobs, those who are not technologically equipped, those who are not well-resourced will also lose the opportunities. Now, robotization will also boost productivity. Whereas, on the other hand, it will affect it negatively. Now, once there is positive side of it, then we should also project that it might as well bring about the negative effects toward our economies. Now, new employment opportunities at the rate of comparable to the pace of job destruction. So there will be new job opportunities, but however, there will be loss of job opportunities if robotization cannot be effectively applied in the next 15 years. Now, a faster adoption of robots has what? A positive impact on short and long-term growth. Well, new industrial robots eliminates 1.1 million manufacturing jobs on average. That is what other authors have been saying about this. Now, 8.5% of manufacturing employment will disappear by 2030. And if it will disappear by 2030, it means we will have a negative effect and it will impact negatively on our economy, especially on the global economy, which will amount to 20 million jobs. You can see how the loss will be and how the gains will be. So if we are going to gain, but there will be also a massive loss in job opportunities because of robotization and self-service. Now, what is the impact of robotization on regional inequalities? That will be projected, or that we should project in the next 15 years. Now, robots will displace nearly twice as many jobs in the lower income regions compared with the higher income regions. So in the regions where they are economically well off, they will therefore improve. Productivity will increase. But in the regions where income growth is low, then people will be displaced because of these robots, because the region on its own cannot afford itself or herself. Now, there will be regional inequalities within a country, which will exacerbate or which will be exacerbated as robots become what? Increasingly widespread. If they could be widespread, then obviously there will be what? Regional inequalities. Now, robotization will exhibit the highest vulnerability on lower skilled, less skilled, who are not having relevant skills that will be needed in the next 15 years, will also suffer economic catastrophe. Now, automation will make regional workers vulnerable to displacement. They'll be displaced because it will take their job. It will take those who are economically and those who are having low labor skills. In fact, they'll be vulnerable. Now, rural regions mask hidden vulnerability. In rural areas like where I am, imagine if automation will come in my area. Imagine if robots will be used in my area. Obviously, people around are vulnerable and will be vulnerable because they lack skills that is futuristic. So obviously, my people and I. Now, in the next 15 years, transformative role of teachers will be optimized. According to the International Commission on the Future of Education, teaching will be a better collaborative profession in the next 15 years. Teaching will be what? A lifelong learning journey. So teachers will be equipped to teach remotely or to use technology. That one, everyone might imagine there. Teachers' engagement in decision-making and public debate on education will also improve because teachers will be well-equipped. Now, education workforce will be professionalized better than it is today. Teachers will be trained better than this training that we are having today. Teachers will be motivated today, and teachers will be supported in the next 15 years. Now, so that teachers can transform themselves and become agents of change. That is what the United Nations said earlier on in the past 2 weeks. Now, teacher shortages in the next 15 years. I am looking at what UNESCO was saying in the past 2 weeks. Teacher shortages are a global phenomenon affecting at different income levels. So our economic status obviously shakes us within this global phenomena. For instance, in sub-Saharan Africa, 15 million additional teachers are needed. Now, which means that the rapid expanding schools age population and financial constraints affect us the most. And you can imagine what will happen in the next 15 years. Now, Northern African states, Western Asian and Southeastern Asian also face the same challenges in achieving teacher recruitment targets. So you can imagine what this will bring about in the next 15 years. We won't be able to reach our target. Now, 4.3 million and 4.5 million additional teachers are needed across these regions, respectively. And you can imagine that this shortage will continue and will be exacerbated in 15 years. Now, recruitment of teachers is standing at 70% of the 2016 objectives, which makes it unlikely that these targets will be achieved by 2030 and beyond. So you can see how the world we are living in today will have either positive effects in the future or negative effects in the future. Now, in achieving target in Sahara is even less likely since the current target stands at 88% of the 2016 objectives. So when UNESCO was looking at this, they were looking comparatively at the objective that were set in 2016 to say in 2030, will you be able to achieve this? Now, projection for Eastern Asian is at 3.3 million, and Southern Asian at 7.8 million, which are about half the share of the 2016 targets. Now, this suggests that for these two regions, targets are more achievable by 2030 and beyond. So meaning that Eastern Asian countries and Southern Asian countries will be able to reach this target in the next 15 years. Now, Europe and Northern America show the third largest number of teachers needed, which is about 4.8 million. Now, Latin America and Caribbean face the same challenges in achieving targets, wherein 3.2 million teachers are needed for the universal education by 2030 and beyond. Now, Oceania and Central Asia, with at least 0.3 and 0.7 million respectively, are the two regions with relative lowest need of us to meet universal primary and secondary education by 2030 and beyond. Now, most of the additional teachers are needed due to staff attrition, especially in the next 10 to 15 years. Now, globally, most of the required teachers are needed to achieve universal secondary education by 2030 and beyond. Now, projections show that 13 million primary teachers and 31 million secondary teachers are needed, especially in the aforementioned period, which is 10 to 15 years. Now, this suggests that we might not arrive at meeting the target in the next 15 years. Now, only a few countries are on track to achieve the required teacher number by 2030 and beyond. So by 2030, at least 78 out of 197 countries will achieve the required quantity of teachers to ensure universal primary education. Now, in conclusion, as a result of inequalities that exist, either nationally, regionally, or continentally, we might not arrive at reaching our target in the next 15 years from now. The Internet of Things, however, will operation. And automation and robotization will also increase inequality globally. Globalization will be far better than it were in the past 15 years. Now, we will still have teacher shortages in the next 15 years. However, teaching will be improved, teaching will be better transformed and digitized. I thank you so much. May God bless you.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm really impressed, Eric, for your research on this topic. It's wonderful how you get out how the world will look without teachers. So we are very important, yes? All the educators are very important. And yes, maybe in the class there will be not a physical teacher everywhere, but a global teacher will be here in online, and Jen will provide, even in 15 years, yes, Mohyuddin, we will provide such a wonderful, inshallah, yes. So thank you so much, and congratulations for your achievements. We are very proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And from South Africa, let's move a little bit near to me, to Armenia, to my dear and lovely friend. She's none else than Alice Durgarian, a lovely educator who provides always very insightful knowledge for educators, for students, and not only from across the world. Welcome, 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 my dear Alice.
Good evening. Thank you, my dear Corina. Yes, it was pity that we both were in India but couldn't meet face to face.
Yes,
But
unfortunately.
next-
We were
next
there very
time-
near to each other, but we couldn't meet. No
Yes,
problem.
maybe.
Maybe next time we will.
Okay, I'm thinking of I would visit you in Romania. In this case.
Most welcome. Anytime.
Yes, thank you. And thank you for the invitation because it was really very nice of you to be here and also to discuss with you with I think one of the most important topics that we are going because this is a problem that maybe in some cases not a problem, but at the same time can be a fear by humans because sometimes we start being afraid of what kind of changes are going to happen us. And as an introduction, I would like to start with a story that was written many years ago, about 50 years ago. It was written by a fantasy writer. And in the story, there is a hero who went and found a book and then asking his mother, what is it? And the answer was that there was a time when people went to school. This was their textbook, and the hero was very interested in the textbook and wanted to go also to school. But his mother's answer was, "Your teacher is waiting for you in the next room." And what do you think? The end of the story. What can you just imagine? That the boy opened the door and saw his robot teacher. This story was written many, many years ago, about 1970s. And at that time, let's say nearly there was no idea that one day there would be internet, computers, robots, etc. But nowadays, I think it's going to be like a modern thing that we cannot be surprised with seeing it. Now we're starting. I would like to my listeners to draw 3 circles. One will be your previous past, about 30 years ago. One will be present times, and the next one is going to be the planet or the world in 15 years. And the first idea that comes to your mind, please write down one for past, one for present, and one for future. Please 1 minute, write down randomly any idea that comes to you. And then please, if possible, write down these ideas in the chat. Let's see in the chat if we have the first answers or not. You can even write down in the chat 1 idea from the past, 1 idea from the future, and 1 idea from the present time. What do you think about the world? How does the world look like in your eyes? In the past, in the present, and in the future. Okay, I have the first answer is going to be like future. Okay, past, time of innocence. Okay, agree with you. From Nepal, our presenter. Okay, we have again future. Beautiful, more beautiful, the best. Okay, interesting. Simple, complex, complicated. For the future, we live in Mars. Okay, interesting idea. Present world of struggle. Again, we have future, future, future. I think it's going to be like something. Just imagine yourself, you are at the bus stop and you are not going to go ahead and not get on the bus. In this case, it means, okay, future is a world of dream, great. Okay, I think that in the past time, really, we had so little ideas and thoughts about the world. What's going to be the world? What kind of development can be here? But nowadays, we have many other ideas. which concerning about maybe struggling, maybe war, maybe some kinds of inner maybe struggle between we don't know, to go through the tradition after the traditions, to be a little bit like reserve or going ahead and go with the technological input at the same time. Because this time, this century, let's say 21st century, is going to be something. It is said that when technological input was here, it was going to be something that it was more than some other inventions the last 4 centuries. 21st century is more developed and has more and more inventions from this side. I think that this is something that like a continuing period for us, not let's say forever lasting, because if we go as more we go ahead, as more we want to know about everything. And from this side, we can just say that it's going to be something, the 21st century, maybe the peak, or maybe we are going to get to the peak to know, but there are a lot of different kinds of developments that have. And also there are different kinds of, let's say, rapid advancements in fields like artificial intelligence, robotics, biotechnology, nanotechnology, which are going to continue. Because if maybe 10 years ago, the internet was something novelty for many people, nowadays it's a usual thing. And maybe robots are a little novelty for us nowadays. Maybe 10 years later, we are going to have like some robots at home in order who would be like, let's say, extra hand for us to help us to cook, to clean, or why not to write down or to do some simple things that we want, let's say, pay attention to or just spend much time on doing them, and robots can do for us. And there are many different and good examples nowadays, like a pizzeria where workers are the robots, or maybe a service center, or maybe other stages where you can just think and at the same time meet many people who can be. Also, if we talk about technological widely development, at the same time we should just think also about other things and other features, like about the changing the climate, about the shifts in global power. Why not? It can be also health, pandemic. Let's say that everything that is going to happen and continue the next 15 years is going to be at the same time maybe both positive and negative sides. And in this case, many people maybe not accept these novelties, telling that they are going to be like only having the negative effect on our body, on our health, on our mind, etc. Sometimes, yes, we have many different kinds of fears for the future, that the future is going to be horrible, not real, not something that is going to be something that really we want to have for our world. But as also one of our participant has mentioned here, going and traveling to Mars, maybe why not? Maybe today we are just flying to and going through different countries, to Europe, to America, to Africa, to other countries, continents, and their countries, in order just to travel. Maybe in 15 years it will be able to go and to travel to Mars. It will be another adventure, let's say, for us. But one thing is clear, that people are maybe the smartest, at the same time the bravest, and at the same time adventurous nation, population of the world, because they speak, maybe they have negative attitudes about the novelties, but at the same time they are never afraid of going ahead and trying these things. Maybe it will hurt them, maybe it will benefits them, but they always want to try these new novelties in order just to know that everything is really good one, and everything will really have a positive effect on their lives, and will just, in some cases, it will make them better and better. That's why in many cases, when according to the cultural and also in some cases social shifts and also economic transformation, maybe space exploration or even ethical consideration, all these factors can influence on different kinds of technologies, and at the same time making them good or bad ones, and at the same time just benefiting or vice versa, worsening them for and forcing them to the worst maybe outcomes and conclusions. But people never stand. They go ahead, they try to say more and more things, and maybe this will be. But at the same time, we as educators, we should just analyze everything from the point of view of good things. How can we, if it is, even if it is something negative, sometimes, yes, let's agree that sometimes we say that this telephones, internet, or even the artificial intelligence can force people not stop thinking in some cases, like accidentally or very without thinking can do some, or robots can think instead of them. But what is interesting is that people never are afraid of going ahead, and they want to, as educators, we should influence on our students and pupils, make them think that these technologies can be like a tool to make better our lives, to make education system, to make our living, to make our work, our education, everything better and better. From this point of view, I think all kinds of just changes will be really beneficial for us, because in this case we can just do everything in order to go ahead, to really to make the education, the economy, even the remote working, not to just totally replace the traditional employment patterns, but at the same time we can just benefit them to have good influences and outcomes for them. And that's why, being as an optimist, for me, I always just believe, even if something is negative one, I try to find something positive in it. Just not going deeper and deeper in that thing and thinking, oh, this is going to be like something that it's not a good one. But no, just thinking that is a century development, and it's going to be something that really will benefit to my work, to my education, to the society, and to make the world better and better. Because we all people of the world, we are the ones who can change, who can just not only change, but at the same time to make the world better and better. But if we don't do anything, we just accept the let's say enter of robotics world. In this case, maybe one day the world would become robotics and robots would start rule. But if we as being humans who can do everything, in this case we can just do everything in order to make the robots work, the vice versa thing. That's why as a population, we have our influence on robotic and also next 15-year changes too. And if we want to have these changes like a good ones, we as people, we should go and do these changes ourselves. And in this case, we will know what to change, what to do, how to do, and at the end we would get the result we really want to do. That's why never be afraid of going ahead, never be afraid of doing changes, even it will just try to, if you maybe it will just require a lot of efforts from you, but never be afraid of doing it, because you as population, as a human, as a person, as a part of these changes, you will have your influence on tomorrow's changes. And if we are together as population today and do all the changes together, it means that tomorrow we are going to get the world we wanted to have one day. And we had done everything in order to come to this conclusion. That's why I think we should be just optimistic and optimist in this case. And from this point of view, I would just say that everything would be better and better in 15 years. And any kind of changes, any kind of conclusion or outcome really would have a positive attitude on our lives and would make our lives better and better. That's why believe in it and go ahead. Thank you.
Well, that's why I love you, because you are very positive. You are actually, you are like me. In each negative thing, we must see the positive side every time. And we don't have to be afraid. We don't have to be afraid of the future, because the future is something we are the one who design it. And as you said, dear Alice, it's very important we to go on and to make positive changes in the world, and the future will be great for all of us. Thank you so much for such a wonderful speech. And again, thank you so much for joining us. I know you are very, very, very busy, but you are here with us. I'm really grateful to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, thank you. It's the time to open the camera, to open the microphones for all the attendees, because there may be questions or points of views. I can see our Saad is here, and he raised his hand. Saad Hassan, one of the delegates in India Global Exchange Program. By the way, we are waiting you to join us in Egypt in February. For details, you can contact me. Mohyuddin, can you open? Saad, you can.
Yes, yes, all is available now. No problem.
Saad, you can open your microphone and your camera now, okay, from your side. But if someone wants to ask something or needs to share from their point of view, Saad is there. Open your microphone too. I can see you, but I cannot hear you. Can you open your microphone? Saad. He's also with his beautiful daughter. I think so. Hello.
Thank you.
Most
Do you hear me?
together. We can hear you now.
Okay, I'm very much happy to be here with you. And I am very thankful the very experienced people, those suggesting this wonderful program. I hope everyone again a very, very, very experienced for this session. So I am thanking for you.
We are also thanking you for joining us and for being a great support for GEN.
Thank you, Corina.
In the future, we will wait you to join us as a speaker as well.
Absolutely, so on.
Okay, thank you. There is Mr. Kazi from. Hello. I lost. Mr. Gulam Sakiakili from Afghanistan. Hello.
Hello to everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you for your nice presentation, dear doctor, and all the participants. It was really useful for everyone. Would you please share this PowerPoint to WhatsApp group, because it is very useful and it's very unique, and we could use it better because in the Zoom platform we cannot understand every part of the topic. So if you could share this presentation to the WhatsApp group, we will use it better. Thank you so much, and it was really a great season. Thank you for your hard working, Mr. Mohiddin, Ms. Karina, and also all partner in this group. Thank you.
Thank you to Mr. Gulam. Of course, we will ask our trainers of today if they would like or would want to share. We will share the presentations with you. Okay, I can see another hand up. CP Dungel from Nepal. Hello.
Hello, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, very much thankful to our presenter today, Dr. Gupta and Sasdea from Romania. I'm very much grateful getting this platform to explore myself in education, because I'm involving in education sector. And this presentation will be very much fruitful for me. And I'm very much realize myself that what will be in 15 years back, what will be the situations. And there will be the question mark under the human existence that I found that from the presentations, but also the importance of teachers, that is that can never be replaced by anything. So thank you very much. Just for the thanking note, I'm taking this time especially, and I request you that if we get these presentations in WhatsApp or in email, that will be more fruitful. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your words and support. Yes, I do believe this topic makes us all to think how will be our life after 15 years, where we will be, what we will do. But let's be positive and let's go on with an open heart, an open mind, and I do believe everything will be very good in the future. I was the one who wrote in the chat box when Alice asked, write just one word or one sentence about the past, the present, and the future. And I wrote like this: beautiful, very beautiful, amazing, or something, the best. So the future must be the best because we are the one who designed our future. Thank you once again. I can see Mr. Mortaza Mohammadi. Hello.
Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I'm Murtaza Mohammadi from Afghanistan. So I would like to say to everyone, it was a very great presentation. So may I have a request, please? May I have your presentations? So again, very great and amazing presentations. So everyone could think about the future and the past. So it was very amazing, and I was thinking for a moment about the past and the future and how it will be the future of the world and the globe. So again, thank you everyone, and it was just the thing I would like to say.
Thank you too. Yes, and we hope our trainers will like to share with the group the presentations, because you are right. Not always the internet is going well, and people sometimes can miss some information. Thank you. Someone else? I cannot see any hand up. I can see just a few camera open. People want to take screenshots. Okay, take now. We are here. Mahfuza Akhtar from Bangladesh. Hello.
Hello, hello, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
This is me, Mahfuza Akhtar. Yeah, I'm educator also, teacher
Yeah.
in literature. Actually, I observed all the meetings and overall performance and overall thing. I just impressed me a lot because I see that teachers are by watching this program. I think teacher will be encouraged for the future, because our future, if we want to build up our generation, actually we need to that type of idea. Actually, we have to generate the idea very clearly, and I think this is very much important. And this presentation impressed me a lot. Thank you so much to arrange that type of programs. I also thanked Mohideen sir, and also who are in this meeting, actually who has joined this program, and also who arranged the program. Actually, I thank everyone. Thank you so much. If I see another, actually, if you arrange that type of program, actually, it will be very much beneficial for us, and that would be very good things. As I am a teacher, I know I always works in HUI, and HUI also inspired us and also makes us to be a global teachers. And in this way, as I am a teacher of English literature, actually I always performed all types of techniques in my classroom. So your programs is very much helpful and very effective, and I really appreciate. Thank you so much. That's all.
We really appreciate you for joining us.
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
Support from start to end. As you can see, there are still 66 people in the meeting. At the time, there was more than 75, but some of them maybe lost the connection. We are really grateful to you for being here and for supporting us. You encourage us to go on. So the next GELTA session will came. We will announce you very soon in the groups. Thank you for your support. And now I can see Mr. Kanchan Chandra. Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, everyone. I am Kanchan Chandrabin from Bangladesh. Actually, I think it is a very good platform for me, because I can learn from your meeting or session many things. And as I am a English teacher, I can help my students from various types of sectors. I can gather knowledge from your session. I have learned many things from the people around the world through this GEN Global Education Network. So I am very thankful that we are learning. We are learning, and I would like to thank all the people, all the teachers and trainers, and everyone, each and everyone, that we are very lucky enough that we are connected in a platform such like that. So I'm very grateful to you. Thank you.
Wanted to say everything is possible because our founder, Mr. Mohideen Bhuyan, is the one who leads us to the sky, over the sky. Thank you, Mohideen, and thank you, Mr. Manuela Martins, I think from Portugal, if I remember well. Manuela, hello.
Yes, good afternoon. I'm from Portugal, and I'm so pleased to be here with you. Okay, just a minute to see me. It's Samuel. Just a moment, Samuel. Anda masih
Okay.
Okay, no problem. No need to.
So, I will get right. Okay, now you can see me.
We can see you.
So, I'm from Portugal. I'm glad, very, very glad to be here with all of you, all teachers, all the world. I'm learning a lot with you. I'm a kindergarten teacher and also a primary school until 10 years old. And to be with you in this program today and this session was very grateful because we can think like a global teachers with our future, what we can do, what we expect. So thinking about that was very grateful. Thank you a lot, all of you, and a great weekend. Okay.
Thank you so much. The same to
Bye.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I can see Delovar, Mr. Mrs. Delovar.
Thank you, ma'am. I am from Bangladesh. I am a teacher of mathematics. At first, I thanks all organizers, Global Environment Yearly Training Session. I think I benefited this kind of programs as a teacher of mathematics in how you see the world in the next 50 years. Mathematics is a very important issue. I think this kind of program very benefit with us all teachers in Bangladesh. Thanks.
Thanks too. Thank you. And Dr. Benedict, hello. Your hand is up.
I need to take the sock off. Hold on. This.
We cannot hear you.
He's muted.
You are muted, yes.
Activate his audio, please.
Okay. All right, you got me now, right? Are you getting me?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? You getting me now?
Yes, yes.